What's up everyone, it's your boy Mr. Kero. Now I've always complained about getting older because there's one thing I don't have to do year in, year out, which is exams. Ha! But you guys still do, and I'm not gonna stand here and tell you the ways that I revised and aced my exams, but instead, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I cheated. Not all my exams, just majority of them. And here's how it started. Have you ever gone into an exam and looked around and everybody's writing, apart from you? What the hell is going on? And then when it comes near to the exam ending, you write anything and everything on the paper that makes sense to you. And when you get the results back, a big fat F. And then I think, F this, next exam, I'm gonna study hard. And just like always, you wait until the last night, the day before the exam, and cram it all into your head. And you test yourself, you take past papers, you cover up the answer and then answer it and then say, wow, I got the right answer. Ain't no way I'm gonna fail tomorrow. But I did. And I'm like, what the hell? Again? So I did what every school kid would have done in this situation. Not revised. No, because that didn't work. I cheated. Yeah, I said it. Don't act like you never thought of it. But I wasn't even creative enough. And I trusted the first way that came in my mind, which was the typical leaning over to the person next to you and copying their answers. And for a while, it worked. I used all the obvious maneuvers, like the hand over the eyes, making them think that you're thinking deeply. The drop of the pen and slowly picking up, which didn't go so well with the ladies because they just thought I was trying to get a sneak peek at whatever a 15-year-old would be getting a sneak peek at under a table. But then I realized that this didn't work anymore because some people's handwriting is so shit. It's like we're in an English exam, but their paper looks like they're doing trigonometry with lines and triangles all over the place, as if they're doing maths. And it makes you think, wait, what, huh? Wait a minute, are we doing maths? I thought this was English lit. Like, how am I supposed to copy and cheat if your handwriting is so small that I need a magnifying glass? Or it's so squiggly like it looks like Punjabi? Wait, are we doing Punjabi? I mean, why would I be taking Punjabi? I am Punjabi. We're supposed to be doing maths. I mean English lit. Miss. So I failed that exam. I got an F in Punjabi. Maths. English lit. To be honest, I really don't know what that exam was. Anyways, after that epic fail, get it? Epic fail? Because I failed twice, so it was epic. Get it? No? Okay. I came up with 3 ways to cheat my exams. Now the first one was specifically for multiple choice questions, where you would have to make a team, preferably more clever than you, because that would help. And you would tap on the table to ask for assistance on a certain question by tapping that many times on the table. For example, question number 4. Get it? And hopefully one of your friends heard your cry for help, and they would conveniently place their hand on a corner of the table, which would indicate to me whether the answer was A, B, C, or D. And it worked every time! Until 2 of my friends decided to have a difference of opinion, and one said the answer was A, and the other said the answer was D. So because I was confused, I looked at my third friend. Because there was 4 of us, but for some weird reason, he placed his hand in the middle of the table. What the hell does that mean? It's either A, B, C, or D. Are you making up answers now? What the F is going on? If this carries on, that's what I'm gonna get. An F. Again. Then I decided this teamwork just didn't work out. I needed to do it by myself. Not revise. Cheat by myself. I also noticed that the teachers were actually clocking on to what we were doing. And I decided I needed a new strategy. So if the teachers were realizing what was happening during the exam and were looking out for these certain random habits, I thought to myself, why didn't I make my own habit but start at the beginning so it looked normal? I had devised a plan to write out all the answers that I thought would be in the exam on the PC, and when I printed it out, it was in font size 2. And then after I would print them out, make them into strips and make a little booklet. And as soon as I would walk into the exam room and everyone's trying to find their seats, I would see the exam booklet in front of me. And without anyone looking, I'd get the piece of paper and throw them into the booklet. Now for the habit that I created. I had made the examiners think that my thumb was just randomly just flicking the paper up and down. And that was my habit. Just up and down, and they'll think nothing of it. It's just my awkward thumb. But what they didn't know was, I had aligned the cheat sheet at the end of the paper. This allowed me to flick back and forth in my paper to find the answer to a question that I didn't know. And the examiners never clocked on what I was doing. But for every single question that I was stuck on, the answers were right in front of me. And you're thinking, wow, genius, the answer's in the actual answer booklet. Nothing could go wrong. Wrong. The problem was how to actually get rid of the pieces of paper from your booklet after. Do do you know how suspicious that looks at the end of the exam, trying to take out your cheat sheets and putting it back into your pocket? Someone's bound to see. So, I had two options. One, screw them up into little balls and flip them inside the exam. But then I thought, what if I flicked it and it hit the examiner? That wouldn't have worked. Number two, now I'm not proud to say this, but eat them. But to be honest, even though I passed that exam, the taste of paper just wasn't worth it. So I came up with the most amazing idea that I could ever think of on how to cheat. And it was crazy, it was mind-boggling. Why didn't I think of this before? And no one has ever done it. And now I'm gonna pass on this knowledge to you. The most epic way to cheat on an exam is as follows. Now what I did, 1 month before my exams, I laid out everything down on my bed. Everything that I needed to revise. And I thought, instead of copying everything on a piece of paper and taking it and sneaking it into the exam, why didn't I copy everything into my brain? Why did I think of this before? It's practically cheating, and there would be no evidence. They wouldn't know what you did, how you did it, they wouldn't even see your habits. So I made a schedule and wrote down day by day what I needed to copy into my mind. And then I found a quiet place in my house where I can get no distractions. Away from my TV, away from the radio, away from the internet and my phone. Just me and my cheat books. And I cut myself off from all the social networks. My friends didn't even know where I was. And when they tried to contact me and asked me to come out, I would stay in. And while they were outside goofing off, I was inside my room, updating my cheat sheets to my brain. And then what I did, I got post-it notes. And I put it all over my room. And on each one of those post-it notes were the subjects and answers that I needed for each one of my exams. And every time I copied it into my brain, I would take off the post-it note, because now it's up here. And it was crazy. I had come up with the most creative idea that no one had ever thought about. Walking into the exam room, I was sweating. I was nervous. I didn't know whether people would know what I know. You know? And then it was time. I sat down, everyone was quiet, and they had said, you can start. You have 1 hour. And I was nervous. And when I saw the questions, I took my time. I didn't want them to know or find out what my habit was going to be. I played it cool. I let everyone start writing and make them think that I didn't know what I was doing. And then, when I needed to answer the question, while no one was looking, I mentally downloaded the answer from my brain, down my arm, into my pen, and wrote it on the answer booklet. And it was so easy. I did this for every single question, and they didn't know what was happening. My friends stopped writing, but I carried on. They were stuck on the 4th question. I was on the 8th, and I was happy. I knew I successfully cheated this exam. And when I finished off the paper before everyone else, I could have got up and gave them my paper, but that would have been suspicious. So I stayed there, pretended to write some more. And it wasn't just for this exam. It was for every exam that I did, and I sailed through all of them. And now I passed down this knowledge to you. And now you know, shh, don't tell anyone. So guys, I hope my 3 cheat methods help you in your exams. And I know what you're thinking. I've just openly said that I've cheated on my exams. And I understand that the teachers might be like, hey, we're going to retract all your GCSEs, your A-levels, your university degree. And what I've got to say is, I have my own business now. Holla!